The awakening of humanity. The galaxy was calm, peaceful, and unaware. Life moved slowly across distant star systems. Alien races argued over politics, trade, and borders. But none of them thought about humans, because humans were small, quiet, and hidden on a tiny blue planet called Earth. Yet, humans were changing, faster, stronger, smarter than anyone could imagine. On the outer colonies, scientists worked day and night, building engines that could travel faster than light, weapons that could destroy whole planets, and ships bigger than the largest alien cruisers. In the middle of the night, a strange signal burst from Earth's orbit. Alien satellites caught it immediately. The message was simple, yet terrifying. We are ready. No one knew what humans were ready for, but the entire Galactic Council felt fear. Unknown eyes watched the human worlds closely, trying to understand them, trying to predict the impossible. Admiral Kale, the youngest human leader in history, stared at the stars. His fleet hidden beyond the edges of known space. His hands rested on the console. They think we are weak, he whispered, but they will learn. Soon, in secret, humans were not just building ships, they were building hope and strength, a force that would shake the entire galaxy. Each planet under human control became a factory, a training ground, a place where ordinary people became warriors and leaders. Meanwhile, on a distant alien world, spies reported back to their commanders. Humans are awakening, and they are different. The aliens could not describe it, could not understand it, could only feel the fear. And that fear grew with every passing day. The humans did not send threats or warnings. They only prepared. They studied the stars, mapped alien fleets, and calculated every possibility. Their silence became the loudest sound in the galaxy. Suspense hung thick in space, waiting for the first move. Young engineers on Earth watched massive warships rise from the shipyards, each one faster, deadlier, smarter than the last. The galaxy did not see them, but the humans knew every fleet, every planet, every weak point. Admiral Kale walked along the command bridge of the flagship, his crew moving silently around him. We fight only when we must, he said. But when we do, the galaxy will tremble, and somewhere far away, alien leaders whispered in fear. We underestimated them. Terribly, the galaxy was calm no more. The tiny blue planet had awakened, and with it, a species that would not bow, would not hide, and would not fail. As the stars twinkled above, humans readied themselves. The first move was coming, and when it did, the galaxy would watch in terror. Every mind would question, every empire would shake, and the universe would never be the same again. The humans were ready, the galaxy was not, and the story of fear, hope, and power had only just begun. The first strike. The galaxy had watched humans quietly for too long, but now, the time for waiting was over. Humanity had prepared its first fleet, not large in number, but deadly in power. Alien worlds slept unaware, thinking they had nothing to fear. Captain Rhea stood on the bridge of the flagship, her eyes scanning the holomap of the target planet. Remember, she said softly to her crew, we strike not to destroy everything, but to show them what we are, in the cold vacuum of space. The humans moved with precision, like a shadow across the stars. Alien defenses barely noticed them until it was too late. One by one, cities were erased. Entire fleets disintegrated before they could fire a single shot. Humans were careful, calculated, precise. They did not kill without reason. Yet every strike sent a message that spread faster than light. We are here. We are strong. We are unstoppable. Across the galaxy, alarms rang. Military leaders scrambled. Messages flew from world to world. The humans are attacking, they cried. We have underestimated them. Panic filled the star systems. Confusion and fear spreading like wildfire. Back on the flagship, Captain Rhea watched silently, her heart heavy with the weight of command. She knew some alien lives were lost, but she also knew that if humans did not act, they would be crushed first. Humanity's survival demanded strength, and the galaxy would learn it quickly. Admiral Kale, observing from the central command, smiled faintly. He had predicted every move, calculated every response, and now, humans were one step ahead of every alien species. The galaxy was finally beginning to understand humans were not ordinary. They were extraordinary. Alien spies tried to record and study human ships, but nothing made sense. Technology beyond imagination, weapons that defied physics, every human maneuver flawless, every calculation perfect. Suspense built as the aliens realized their old rules no longer applied. the humans also sent messages, not threats, but facts. We do not wish for war, but we will defend ourselves, and no one can stop us. Across hundreds of star systems, beings whispered, "This is unlike anything we have seen. Humans are monsters of the mind and heart combined." Meanwhile, small groups of humans cheered quietly in hidden colonies, watching the first strike succeed, knowing their species had taken the first real step toward galactic power. Yet no one celebrated too loudly, for humans knew this was only the beginning, and the galaxy had no idea what was coming next. Back on Earth, young children looked up at the stars, unaware of the chaos spreading across distant planets, but in the heart of every human, a fire burned, the fire of survival, courage, and the desire to prove that humanity could rise above all. The first strike ended, leaving silence and fear. Alien worlds counted their losses, and the galaxy held its breath. Humanity had revealed a fraction of its strength, enough to terrify, enough to demand respect, and enough to make everyone wonder what will they do next. And as the stars twinkled quietly above, Captain Rhea whispered, "We are only getting started." The galaxy shivered, and the suspense of what humanity would unleash next hung heavier than any weapon. The gathering storm, the galaxy was shaken, yet the humans did not strike again immediately. Silence filled the void of space, and alien fleets waited nervously, wondering what would come next. But the humans were not idle, far from it. They were building, preparing, and growing stronger. Massive shipyards on hidden planets worked day and night. Engines roared, hulls shaped for speed and firepower. The humans were creating a force no one could imagine. 500,000 warships were rising from secret colonies, silent, deadly, ready to move at a moment's notice. Each ship a marvel of human technology, armed with weapons the galaxy had never seen, faster than light, stronger than anything. The humans were a storm waiting to break. Alien commanders tried to form alliances, to stop humanity before it became unstoppable. But humans had predicted this. They knew every plan, every strategy, every weakness in alien defenses, and still, they waited, letting suspense build across the stars. On Earth, Admiral Kale walked through the command bridge, watching the construction of the fleet with calm eyes. "We do not rush," he said to his officers. "We wait until the time is right, and when we strike, it will be perfect." Young human engineers tested weapons, their fingers moving quickly over controls. Ships launched silently into orbit, only to return for more. The galaxy could not see them, could not guess their numbers, could not imagine their power. On a distant alien world, spies reported back, trembling, "Humans, they are building 500,000 ships." The council could hardly believe it. Panic and fear spread, as everyone realized humans had been underestimated, horribly, dangerously underestimated. Meanwhile, humans trained soldiers, pilots, and commanders. Ordinary people became warriors. Scholars became strategists. The entire species prepared, not just for battle, but for survival. For the moment when the galaxy would finally understand the power of humanity. Admiral Kale's voice echoed in the main chamber. "Patience is our weapon, and the galaxy will break before it even sees our full strength." He smiled, confident in the knowledge that humans were beyond calculation, beyond fear, and beyond control. The aliens tried to spy, to learn, to predict, but nothing worked. Humans had evolved, their minds sharp, their strategy perfect, and still, they did not strike. Suspense grew thicker, like a dark cloud over the galaxy, waiting for the storm to arrive. The first strike had shown power, but the second, the real reveal, would be impossible to ignore. 500,000 warships awaited silently in orbit, ready to move as one, a tidal wave of human engineering and strength. And somewhere far away, an alien leader whispered in disbelief, "We cannot fight them. We cannot even understand them." Fear had spread through the stars, and the galaxy waited, holding its breath, for humanity's next move. The storm was gathering, silent, unstoppable, and terrifying. The galaxy trembled, yet no one knew the true scale of the force, hiding just beyond sight. Humanity was ready, and the countdown to domination had begun. The show of force the galaxy waited in fear, every alien fleet on high alert, every planet watching the stars, and still, the humans remained silent, hidden in the shadows, preparing, calculating, and waiting for the perfect moment. Then, without warning, the sky above every major system changed. a shimmer of light, a glow unlike anything seen before. 500,000 human warships appeared, stretching across space like a living wall. The sheer number stunned every species. No one had ever seen anything like this. Admiral Kale stood on the command deck of the flagship.com, confident, and watching the alien fleets panic. "We do not fire first," he said. "We only show them what we are capable of." The silence of the humans became louder than any weapon. Suspense gripped the galaxy as fear spread like wildfire. Alien commanders sent messages, begged for negotiations, pleaded for mercy, but the humans did not respond. They only waited. Their presence alone a threat stronger than any weapon. One glance at the fleets, and entire systems trembled. Captain Rhea looked across the bridge, watching the alien fleets retreat, her crew silent in awe. The humans had not attacked, but the galaxy had already seen enough. Terror had been unleashed without a single shot. The humans then broadcast a message to every star system. "We do not ask, we do not negotiate, we act only to protect ourselves." It was simple, clear, and terrifying. Every species understood the meaning. Humanity would defend itself, and no one could stop them. Some alien worlds tried to fight back, small fleets daring to challenge the humans, but their ships were destroyed with precise, surgical efficiency. No mistake, no wasted energy. The humans did not rage, they calculated. They struck with deadly accuracy, leaving no doubt of their supremacy. Across the galaxy, spies and scholars tried to understand, but it was impossible. The humans had become more than a threat. They were a force of nature, a tidal wave of technology, courage, and strategy. And suspense built as everyone realized this was only the beginning. On Earth, children stared at the sky, dreaming of the stars, unaware of the terror spreading across distant planets. But in every human heart, a quiet fire burned, a fire of survival, strength, and the knowledge that their species had arrived. Admiral Kale turned to his crew. "Let them see us," he said. "Let the galaxy understand that humanity is no longer small, no longer weak. We do not need to destroy to command respect." The words echoed across the flagship and across the stars. The galaxy had trembled before, but never like this. 500,000 warships, precise and silent, hung above alien worlds like a storm waiting to strike. The suspense was unbearable. No one could guess what the humans would do next. And as the stars shimmered around them, humans watched calmly, knowing that the true power of their species had been revealed. The galaxy had seen their strength, but had yet to see their full purpose. The show of force was complete, the message clear, the suspense heavier than ever. Humanity had arrived, and the galaxy would never be the same again. The choice of humanity. The galaxy waited for destruction, but none came. Silence stretched across the stars as humans hovered in orbit, their 500,000 warships like a wall no one could cross. The suspense was unbearable, every alien species wondering would they strike or spare them. Admiral Kale looked down at the galaxy from the command deck, calm and measured. He had given humanity the ultimate power, and now the choice was theirs. "We act to protect," he said, "not to destroy unless necessary." A message was sent to every alien world, clear, firm, and final. "Leave your weapons behind. Join us peacefully, or face annihilation." Some species surrendered immediately, others hid in distant systems, and a few foolishly resisted, only to be destroyed quickly. Captain Rhea watched the results unfold, ships moving with precision, every move calculated, every strike exact. Humans were not cruel, they were fair. They gave the galaxy a choice, and in giving choice, they showed strength far greater than mere firepower. On the alien council worlds, whispers of disbelief spread. They are not tyrants. They are something else. Fear mixed with respect, confusion mixed with awe. Humans had taken control without cruelty, without chaos, simply by showing who they were. In hidden corners of the galaxy, humans celebrated quietly, knowing their species had achieved the impossible. Ordinary people had become heroes, engineers, scientists, and soldiers working together to save their kind. And now, humanity stood as the strongest force in the stars. Admiral Kale looked at Earth from orbit, the tiny blue planet that had seemed so small, now the center of a vast empire. "We were never weak," he said softly. "We just had to awaken." Humans had proven they could rise above every challenge, every threat, every doubt. The galaxy could only watch. Some still feared, some still resisted, but all understood one thing: humanity was different. They had power, courage, and the will to survive. And in their hands lay the fate of millions. As silence settled over the conquered and the surrendered, humans prepared for what came next. Not for war, but for leadership. Not for destruction, but for survival. Every step carefully planned, every decision measured. The suspense hung in the air like a star-filled sky, every species waiting for humanity's next move. But the humans had made their choice: clear survival first, domination if necessary, mercy when possible, a species awakened, unstoppable, and just. And somewhere in the void of space, alien leaders whispered, trembling, "We cannot fight them, we cannot even understand them." The galaxy had seen the full power of humanity, and yet, the true purpose of humans remained a mystery. The choice had been made, the message sent. The galaxy watched in awe and fear. Humanity had unleashed its full power, but had done so wisely, calmly, and with purpose. The stars shimmered quietly above, and a new era began. Humanity had awakened, the galaxy had trembled, and everything would never be the same again.